In this video, I'm just going to do a simple speed paint of a banner I was thinking up for a concept, like for my YouTube channel. Of course, I'm not going to change that because I like my current one, but I'm going to quickly go through of how I draw banners. So first I start out with some simple text, as you can see, had a few mistypes there. Then I go find a nice font. Sometimes, depending on the banner, I mix fonts, and sometimes I even take it and I customize the font itself. So that is, I go in, create outlines on the text, and then I go in and cut out parts and modify it and add on, stretch areas, just make the text completely custom. And now I'm adding in some extra effects around the text, such as a line on the top and a line on the bottom. And then I'm fading them out so they look kind of neat. And I'm going to make one right there and then just duplicate it and place it up there. Now you might notice I'm lining it up exactly with the beginning of the C and almost exactly with the end of the 7, and making sure it's the same width from the back of the from the number. But now I'm adding in some extra effects. In this case, it's a circle in the background, and I'm going to customize it a little bit to make it so it blends in more. Right now I just took a black, I made the white text black, and then I gave it a Gaussian blur and pushed it to the back so it looks like it's over the circle in the background. I don't want the circle in the background to look like it's over it. So now I have to take the circle, and with the layering technique in Illustrator, I just move it quickly to the background. And now I'm just blurring in the fades that I added, which will make it so it blends in better with the environment. And then I'm adding some effects on the circle. In this case, it is a cut down the middle, and then I'm going to do a cut on the x-axis. And I forgot right here how the slice tool works. It actually only works on one of the selections, so I just quickly selected it, duplicated it, and then I had a complete circle. Now I ungrouped and then grouped that again, and that way I was able to rotate it. But I still wasn't quite happy with it because it looked kind of like it kind of clashed with the environment, so I made it even darker so you can barely see it, and then I added a slight blur to it. And I started realizing at this point I probably wasn't going to want to use it because it didn't actually look that good. So I just decided to delete it and take in another image. So I like this one better, and as you might notice, it's not of the best quality, so I just decided to give it a nice little blur. And unfortunately with this design, the fades will not work. So at first I was not being very smart about it, and I was just trying to match the fades with the background, but that's a terrible idea. What I should have done, and I did later, was I just drew a rectangle as opposed to a line, and I was able to apply the fade on top of that. And from that, I was able to get a perfect design. So from here, we're going to skip a little bit ahead. Now I added a blur. And this blur makes the area look a little bit like it's glowing. And now I took the text, added an outline, deleted the inside, and then put some effects to rotate it. And now it looks sort of like the text is glitching out a little bit. And I kind of like this effect, and I blurred it out a little bit and made it partially transparent so it wouldn't be too in the front of your eye, because you really want the text to catch, not the background. So and then I went over to Photoshop, and then I tweaked it up a little bit, and I ended up with this. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to watch more, click here, or click there to subscribe. Thanks for watching.